don't think I have a spare with me. All right, welcome everybody to the Atlanta Lady Thrashers versus the Smoky Mountain Lady Wild. Music is on, so I'll be muting here in just a second. Warm-ups are about to start. This is the first of 2 games today. We will play. There will be about an hour break in between, and then we will play them again. So Thrashers are going to start in black, moving from left to right. The Wild in blue will start moving from right to left. Muting now for the music. Just a few seconds left of the warm-up here. right. Thrashers win the opening draw towards the near side. Poked away by the Wild. Stolen back by the Thrashers. Now again poked away by the Wild. Wild moving towards the middle of the ice. Step into the Thrasher zone. Gain the zone on the far side. Shot in. Blocked aside by Sam. Sent back towards the front. That bounces up and over. And off of Sam's glove and into the net behind her. Wild take an early goal here under a minute into the game. Thrashers control the drawback. Pass to the near boards. Bounces off the boards. Now played up on the near side. Thrashers played into the zone. Chipped away. Play on the near boards. This will be pushed deeper into the zone. Turn around by the Wild. This will be played back towards the blue line. Poked further into the zone. That is intercepted by the Wild, who now skated out in the middle of the ice. Wild racing up the middle. Moving past the defenders. Shot in. And Sam will glove that one and hang on. Draw chip forward. Olivia pokes it away. This will be held in the zone by the Wild. Puck bounces off the far boards. Played up. This will be held in at the blue line by the Wild. Wild collecting the slot. Shot goes off of Sam's helmet and over the goal. Play behind the goal. Olivia picks it up, skating now on the near side. Bumps as she gets out of the zone. Liv still with the puck. Liv gets past the defenders. Steps into the zone. Shot is blocked down by the goalie. It's still loose. Poked again. Goalie getting a couple whacks at it. Puck comes clear to the high slot. Thrashers get a hold of it there. Shot taken. And the Wild jump in front of that one and now skated out of the zone on the far side. Knocked off the play. Ari will turn this around. Passed up. Liv gets the puck poked away from her on the far boards. This puck will now be pushed into the Thrasher zone. It is now dumped deep. Shear back to get it behind her own net. Shear playing up on the near side. This will come up and out of the zone. Foot race forward, but that's going to go all the way down and be an icing on the Thrashers. That centering feed is blocked. Turned back up the boards. Thrashers skating with it on the near side. Thrashers moving up, can't get out of the zone, but it is now kicked forward. And the Wild have to get back on side. Wild still with the skater offside. Played up. Thrashers will steal this puck. Turned up the far boards and into the zone offside on the Wild. Wild win the drawback. Strom off the draw, puck pushed towards the red line, now dumped into the Thrasher zone. Thrashers defense back to get it in the near corner. This will be played up the near boards. Thrashers falling down on the play, but this puck will get out of the zone. Puck all the way back into the Wild end. Wild race back to get it. Play it to the far boards. Bounce and collected there. Outlet passes off of a body, still in the zone. Play out the far point. Evie turns it back into the zone. That gets through the defender, and the Thrashers get to it in the corner. That is sent towards the front, but no one's home for the Thrashers as this puck will come all the way across to the near boards. Play on the near side. Pressured there, and the Wild will skate away with it. Pushed back and out of the zone. Madison collects. Pass back in the neutral zone. Turn back up. This will connect. Oh, no, not connecting. And the Wild will now dump it forward. This will come all the way down and be an icing on the Wild. Thrashers win the draw back to the point. Shu takes the shot. It is sticked up by the goalie, bounces just wide of the pipe. Turned up the far boards by the Wild. Thrashers step up, holding the zone. Liv floats that one in. It goes just across the goal mouth and to the near corner. Wild will get to it there. Sent up the near boards. Big bump there. Bodies falling down. And the Wild will clear the zone. Ari collects at her blue line. Pass across to the far side. Liv collects at the Wild blue line. Played into the zone. Rubbed off the puck. Puck winds up behind the net where the Wild will collect and send around to the near boards. Pressure there. Drew holds the zone. Play still in the zone. 3 bodies there for the Wild. Battle at the point. And this puck will now move deeper into the zone. Wild skating away with it now. Moving up the middle of the ice. Wild turning up the middle. Huge hit there. And Liv's going to go for a rough as soon as the Thrashers touch the puck. Oh, offside there. Wild are offside. Draw starts on the offside spot because of where the play was stopped. Wild win it back. Played up the far boards. Thrashers will get a hold of the puck. This will be played into the zone. That gets passed and in. And the Wild dumping Ari. And they're going to go for a hook. Wild are going to go for a hook. Not sure how they saw a hook there, but that's going to even it up. And we're going to skate 4-on-4. So for a side, puck one over towards the near boards. Thrashers racing over to get to it. Cannot be held in the zone. This puck comes out. Wild racing forward to get to it. Wild win the foot race, get a hold of it. That shot is sticked aside by the defense. Winds up behind the net. Turned into the corner now. Thrashers push it up the near side. Shot is sticked aside. Push now towards the blue line. Wild cannot hold it in. Puck comes over the line, sent back in, but this will be offside on the Wild. Offside draw will be in front of the Thrashers bench. Push deeper into the zone. Madison turns it back up the far side. Thrashers will chip this up and out of the zone. That is stopped by the Wild defense, who play it across. Wild send it forward into the zone. Thrashers collect, can't clear it on the initial attempt. Battle on the boards. Play at the point. Still in, now it is cleared out of the zone. This is turned back into the zone. No offside call there. This is passed up, but that gets past the forward end all the way down. Oh, icing's waved off. Wild back to get it deep in their own zone. Wild collects behind the net. Oh, and we're going to get a trip on the Thrashers. Thrashers to go for a trip here. And the Wild will get another chance at a power play. Draw one back by the Wild. Played towards the point. Pressure there. Turning. Play still in the zone. That shot is sticked aside. Winds up beside the, or behind the net. Puck bounces to the far corner. Centering feed will come through everybody. And Shu comes over, gets to it on the near side. Battled there, and the puck is poked away. Liv gets a hold of it. She's got a short-handed opportunity and gets chased down from behind. Puck still loose. Liv will get another chance in the slot. She takes the shot, and it's in. Liv scores a shorty with 4:30 left in the first period to tie the game up. Puck chips back on the draw. Oh, Liv steps forward, steals the puck, moves it into the zone, but can't maintain the handle. Wild get back and steal it. Liv gets a stick on it, turns it further into the zone. This will be pushed behind the net. Wild collect in the far corner, pressuring as the Wild enter the zone. Shot in, Sam blocks that one down. Play now on the far corner. Pressured there. Puck still in the far corner. Wild trying to get it towards the front of the net. Dumped in the corner. This will be centered. That gets through. And the Wild can't get a handle on it. It will come all the way back to the point. And Sarah steps up, knocks it up, but not out. Wild turn this deep into the zone. Ari collects behind the goal line. Playing there, she will evaluate her options. Send up on the near side. That is poked away from the stick. And now the Thrashers skated up. Pass forward, but that's away. Liv pokes it away. Moves in. She's behind the defender with half a step. Moving in. Takes a shot. And the goalie sticks that one aside. Play on the far point now. Held in the zone. Moving in. And now the Wild will clear it out. Puck comes back. Thrashers back in their own zone to collect. Thrashers skating up the middle of the ice now. Passed up. This will come out of the zone. Wild will intercept this at center ice. Pass across. Turn back to the other defense. Moving now up the middle of the ice. And Shu gets a stick on that and turns it back out of the zone. Wild to intercept that. Turn it back into the zone. That is stick down. And Sam will hook that back in and cover. Wild win this back, but it will come out of the zone on the far side. Wild immediately turn it back in, but they will be offside as one of their forwards had not cleared the zone yet. They're calling this intentional offsides and pointing it back to the center. Wild win the draw. Play it back to their blue. The goal line. No call there. Puck behind the net. Battle behind the net. Wild will step away with it to the near side. End of one. Score is all tied up at 1. All right, team switching side here. Draw one by the Wild. Poke back into the middle where the Thrashers intercept. Sent up on the near side, but the Wild will jump on top of this one. Sent back out of the zone. Played forward, but the Thrashers are going to be offside. Own net. Wild moving with it. Passed up the near boards. This will be stopped on the near boards. Play on the near side. And the Wild will now clear the zone back to center. Thrashers intercept that, turn back around. This will be knocked back into the zone, but the Wild jump on that and turn immediately back out to center ice. Back and forth across the Wild blue line. Wild now collect and sent out on the far side. Wild poke this deep into the Thrasher zone. Play behind the net. Stuff attempt. And Sam is on top of that one. And she kept that out. Defensive zone draw, one by the Thrashers. Shu sticks it up, but that goes off a body. She gets a second effort, but that is held in at the point. And now Liv will get it over the line, and the Wild are offside. Wild win the drawback. Played up on the near side. Thrashers turn it back into the zone. It's in Ari's feet. Ari bounces it off the boards, but the Wild jump on that. Pass to the middle, but that's ahead of their forward, and it gets to the far corner where Shu collects, trying to skate it out. Second effort blocked by the Wild. Puck pushed deeper into the zone. Bodies falling, no call there. Sent towards the front. Sam can't get a hold of that one as she didn't push over hard enough. And the Wild get the backdoor play, making this a 2-1 game. Liv chips the puck forward off the draw, collects, skates into the zone, trying to get past the defense. Can't get the shot away, kicks the puck. And the goalie will hang on to that one. Thrashers controlling the draw. Liv turns around, shoots, and it goes off the goalie. Play in the far corner. Wild overskating initially. Pass back, held in by Shu at the point. Shot is sticked down by the defense in front. Wild will collect in the near corner. Sent up on the near side. Ari steps up but can't hold it in the zone. Puck comes out. Wild collect. Moving in. Coming across. And that shot is blocked by Shu. Follow-up shot is sent wide of the goal. Shu sends it around to the far corner where Liv will pick it up on the far boards. Liv now moving up on the far side, overskates the puck, collects, and will send this deep into the zone as she had crossed the red line. Wild pick it up behind their own net, skating to the near side. This will be played up on the near side. Wild now move out of the zone, skating towards the middle of the ice. Wild moving through the players. This will be played into the zone. Drew steps up, knocks the puck away, and Ari comes over to clear it to the boards. Puck left behind. Ari collects and will skate it behind her own net, moving to the near side. This will be sent up the near boards. That gets through the forwards. Wild hold at the point and send the puck back deep. Ari collects off the backboards. Turns, sends it up. Dangerous play there. Shot. And Sam gets a hold of that one. Knocks it back to the backboards. And now the puck will come out of the zone at the near point. Wild collect there. Sent over. Avery skating over to get it on the far boards. Plays it into the Wild zone, but can't maintain the handle as this puck will trickle deep into the zone. Wild play it behind their own net. Pressured there. Wild collect in the near corner. Playing up on the near boards. Wild skated out of the zone. Moving into the Thrasher zone. And we're going to get another trip on the Thrashers as this puck comes deep. Madison with the touch-up. And we're going to get another trip on the Thrashers. Draw won by the Wild, sent all the way over to the far boards. And now Liv collects in the middle. She gets bumped by just about the entire Wild team and loses the puck. Wild collect on the near boards. Liv steals there and moves it forward. Liv skating into the zone. Play is onside. Liv takes a shot and the goalie sticks that to the far corner. Play on the far boards. Wild collect there, sent up to the point. Shu holds there. Shot is blocked down. Winds up in the far corner. Wild collect, sent back up the far side. Wild playing on the far side there. Shu steps in, bumps there, and turns the puck back deep. 26 seconds left on the penalty. Play behind the Wild net. Wild turn it to the near corner. Wild collect on the near side. Holding there. And this will be dumped up and all the way down, and this will be an icing on the Wild. Scrum off the draw. It comes towards the middle. Thrashers can't get a handle on it. It's held in at the blue line initially, but now the Wild pick it up and skate it out on the near side. Wild moving forward with it. One-on-one. And this one will be icing on the Thrashers. Draw one back by the Wild. Held at the blue line. Turned back deeper. Thrashers stick that to the far side. Battling there for it. Shu gets a stick on it. Play winds up on the far boards. Pushed up towards the point. Held in by the Wild. Play still on the far boards. It's in front of the door to the Wild bench. Puck squirts free, and now Sarah steps up and steals the puck. She's skating forward with it. She will exit the zone, getting past one. Moves past another. She tries to get in the zone. Gets bumped off the play. Puck left behind. Thrashers send it over to the middle. She gets another chance. Trying to get a shot off. She sends it towards the net, but it doesn't make it all the way to the net. Wild pick it up, bounce it off the boards, and now send it out of the zone. Ari prevents that from getting deep. And now the Thrashers will collect it at center ice and skate it up the near side. Ari dumps it into the zone. Puck will wrap behind the net. Thrashers race over to get to it. Miss on that attempt. Puck in the far corner. Played on the far side. That gets past one forward. Shu steps up, but the Wild will skate away with it. Wild moving forward. They gain the zone. Ari battling. And that shot beats Sam past the glove on the near side, making this a 3-1 game. Strum off the draw. Wild eventually push it forward. Thrashers try to move it forward. Can't initially, now do on the near side. Wild intercept that one. And Liv will poke it into the zone. Liv steals there. Takes a shot from a tight angle. That misses the net and goes to the far boards. Wild collect there. Wild moving up on the far side. Wild step past the defenders, move into the zone. 2-on-1 developing. Shot, that goes off the pipe. And Sam misses, and the wraparound attempt is poked in. Wild make this a 4-1 game with 3:20 left in the second. Wild poke the puck forward off the draw. Thrashers turn to the far side, but that's intercepted by the Wild. Wild step into the zone. Play it in. This will miss the net, go behind. Wild center. Thrashers get a stick on it. It's still loose in the slot. Play on the far side. Wild poke the puck free. Thrashers trying to get it out, but play it just off the boards. That will be sent in. Sam plays it behind the net. Thrashers play it up the near side. This will be turned up on the near side and out of the zone. That's away from any of the other Thrashers, though, and the Wild will pick it up in their own zone. Wild skating it behind their own net. 2:20 left in the second period. Wild moving to the far side. This is played out. Liv gets a skate on that. Holds it in initially. And now the Wild collapse on that play and skated behind their own net. Wild moving to the near side. Overskating initially. Puck comes free. And the Wild will move it through. This comes into the Thrasher zone. Thrashers collect there. Thrashers still with the puck. Trying to play it up on the near side. This will come out of the zone. Wild collect that center ice. Play it back in, and this will be offside on the Wild. Wild win the draw back into their own zone. That gets through the defender. And the other defender plays it back off the backboards. That comes to the Thrashers. He gets a hold of it. Skating up on the far side. Shu gets past one. Stepping past. And will dump this deep into the zone. Wild back to get it behind their own net. Wild collect. Passed up on the near side. Intercepted by the Thrashers. It's in the skates and now kicked out of the zone. Play up on the near side. Wild will gain the Thrasher zone. Shot is mostly fanned on, goes behind the net. Body's falling down in the corner, and that's going to do it for two. End of two. Score is 4-1 to the Wild. Thrashers controlling the draw, played forward into the Wild zone. Liv pokes the puck away, steals it, plays it to the middle, still with the puck, takes a shot, but that goes off a stick. Wild collect, but can't get it out of the zone. She will get it out the point. Turning, takes the shot, and directed in on net. That is blocked by the goalie. This will now be played all the way back. Wild skating into the zone. Wild move it behind the Thrashers net. Stolen by the Thrashers. Played up but held in by the Wild. Wild turned it up, but Shu gets a hold of it and plays it out of the zone on the far side. Liv trying to get over to it. She does, dumps it into the Wild end. This puck is played deep. Wild back to get it behind their own net. Wild playing it in the corner. Pressured there by Avery. Play still in the corner. Liv stepping in to help. This puck will come behind the net. Wild moving to the far side. Wild skating up the far side. They will skate out of the zone on the far side. Moving towards the middle of the ice. Skating in, shot, and that goes wide of the target. Wild collect, move it behind the goal, and to the near side. Thrashers collect on the near boards. Pass up the middle, that's behind Liv. Liv gets a chance at it. She's going to race over and get it on the far boards. Moving in, takes a shot, and the goalie gloves that one down and then covers. Draw one back by the Wild. Played off the boards. Sent up, but not out. Battle on the boards. It's in the skates. Sent towards the middle. Thrashers get a hold of it. Can't get it towards the net. Wild steal. Played up the far boards. Held in at the point. That is sent. It will go off the backboards. Wild collect. Sent to the near side. Thrashers over to get to it. Initial attempts hold it in the zone. It's still in the skates. Wild send it wide of the goal off the draw. It will go to the far corner. Thrashers collect there. Push towards the circle. That is fanned on by the Thrashers, and the Wild send it behind the net. Thrashers send it to the near boards. Collected there, sent up the near boards. Pressured on the near side. Poked free, and now the Thrashers skate away with it. Thrashers skating towards the far side, trying to get through, losing the puck. Thrashers will dump this puck in deep. Turned around by the Wild at the circle. Wild moving up on the near side. Wild step past the forward, moving in. Number 2 for the Wild moves into the middle of the zone. Steps in, shoots. And Sam will glove that one and hang on. Liv steals this puck off the draw. Liv skating forward up the far side. Liv gets past one defender, cuts to the middle, loses the puck. Wild steal this. That is still in the zone. Thrashers trying to get the puck deeper, but the Wild will clear it back out on the far side. This is turned up, but the Thrashers are offside. Draw one back into the zone by the Wild. Wild sent up the near side. Shu collects on the near boards. That's sent up the near side. Liv can't get a hold of it. Wild skate away with it. Shu pokes that puck away. And now the Wild will recollect. Sent into the zone. Sam sticks that aside. Thrashers collect. This will be sent up and out of the zone. That gets past everybody. Icing is waved off. It's a foot race now. Liv racing forward to get to it. Liv will win that. Liv collects, sent to the front, but the Wild jump on top of that and send it out of the dangerous area. Wild collect off the far boards. Wild skating up the far side. Wild moving into the zone. Shu steps up, gets in the way of that one. Sam blocks it down, hooks it in, and covers as the Wild crashed in on her. Puck won back by the Wild. Played towards the near side. Pressured by the Thrashers. Wild turn it towards the middle. Intercepted by the Thrashers, who skate towards the far side. Thrashers skated out of the zone on the far side. Pressured there. Puck on the far boards. Battling there. Pushed forward now by the Thrashers. Turned around by the Wild. Played into the zone. Back and forth across the blue line. Wild with the puck, and now skating into the zone. Wild step forward, moving into the slot. Shot is blocked by a stick. Play now on the backboards. Madison keeps it there, plays it to the far boards. This will be held in at the point. Wild turn it back to the slot. Played up to the high slot, but the Wild will hold it in the zone. Play on the far boards. Thrashers get a hold of it. Played up and out of the zone. Only Wild back. Wild will win the race to this puck. Wild turn it back at their blue line. Played up on the far side. Poked forward. Thrashers turned around. Racing forward to get to it. Thrashers play it to the near side. Into the middle of the zone. Moving in. Shot. And that beats Sam, who was not prepared for that one. Making this a 5-2 game. Thrashers win the draw. Livia moving forward with it. Shouldering him through. This puck will go deep into the Wild zone. Livia gets to it. Sends it to the front. That gets all the way through. Shu catch it on the boards. So only the offside call, no call on the check. Play at the blue line. So the Thrashers are going to go for another, oh no, they're going to get called for a hold. Well, it looks like we're actually going to be 4-on-4 here. Draw one back by the Wild. This will go all the way into the Wild end. Wild collect there. Turn back around. Thrashers intercept that outlet pass. Wild collect it as it's sent in and dump it all the way into the zone. And this will be icing on the Wild. Draw controlled by the Wild. Can't get it out. Thrashers will turn this puck back deep. Wild collect behind their own net. Sent off the back of the cage to the near side. Thrashers racing over to get to it. Cannot hold the zone. That gets through. And all the way into the Thrashers end. Icing waved off. Madison back to get it. She will send that off the back of the cage to the far side. Wild win the foot race to that. That centering feed is off a body. Turned back to the far side. Thrashers trying to get it out of the zone. Wild push it back, but that will come over the blue line. And the Wild collect in center ice. Sent back towards the middle. Wild collect there. Step into the zone. Trying to get past the defense. Shot. And Sam gloves that one and hangs on. Wild win the draw back to the point. Played towards the middle. Wild get it in the slot. Take a shot. That goes wide of the net. Bounces off the backboards. And Thrashers clear it to the far corner. Wild get a hold of that one, but the centering feed goes off a skate. Wild collect off the far side. Moving towards the slot. This will be passed across to the near boards. Play on the near side. Sent towards the middle. And the Thrasher near boards. That gets through two. And now played out of the zone. Thrashers moving forward, stepping through the defense. Thrashers stepping in, can't get the shot away as a stick lift from behind prevented the shot. Thrasher's centering feed is blocked, winds up behind the net. Wild collect there, skating to the far side. Pressured on the far side, but getting past the forwards. And now the defenders, 2-on-1 developing. Wild stepping into the zone, stepping past the defense, moving in. Stick to side, Sam gets a block on, gets a second block. It's still loose, and now it's poked to the slot. Puck still loose. Wild get a hold of it. Played towards the slot. Thrashers fan on an outlet attempt. Second one pokes it to the far point. Held in by the Wild. This will be sent forward to the circle, but blocked by the Thrashers. Thrashers can't get it out of the zone. Second effort will dump this down. But this will be a minute left to play here. Thrashers controlling the draw. Trying to poke the puck forward. Shoe gets it out of the zone. Races forward to it. Trying to get past. Shoe gets dumped. Puck comes into the zone. Liv gets a hold of it. Moves in, shoots, and scores. Liv gets one back here with just under a minute to play, making this a 5-2 game. Play on the far side. Liv gets it into the zone. It's turned around by the Wild. Push forward. Liv pushes this deeper into the zone. 12 seconds left. Wild get to it in the corner. Holding there. She's just going to wait, killing time. Now pressured. She'll play it up. Ari steps up, holds it in, but that's going to do it. End of this one. Final score is going to be 5-2 to the Wild. We'll get the handshakes. We're playing the Wild again in about an hour.